No, 0 minutes. I don't want to ever talk to you. I don't ever want to hear your voice to you. Please, God bless you, but please leave me alone. Please leave me alone. Please stop following me.
All right, so it's April 25th, 2023. Mr. Perry has again made unwanted contact. I understand he's continuously trying to get criminal charges filed against me, continuously trying to do that false arrest. I'm supposed to be told, you sit in jail and rot, or you take my bribe money and lie for me. I've got this affidavit all written up for you that says you're lying now. I've got a letter of apology. You're going to apologize for catching my crime and rejecting me. The unwanted, sick, twisted crap I do to you. You're going to apologize for that. And today, all day long, we've got your students, you're in college, and the students you go to college with, they've testified against you. Okay, good for you. What'd they testify to? I complained about what you're putting me through. Sometimes I'll tell people what you're doing to me. Is that what they're testifying to, sir? Was that supposed to scare me or intimidate me somehow? You're going to starve me until I lie. Deprivation of food and shelter until I lie. You've tried. For the first time in my life, I've lived in my car. I've done without, there was several, I sat on Christmas Day by myself in my car. Didn't eat. Didn't take a bath. I've gone days without food, days without a bath. It's better now. I've put weight on, which is horrifying for me. I've been in really good shape all my life. And all of a sudden, I'm a little chubby. You know why? Because I went 6 months without eating. I had skin falling off me. So then when you finally get to eat again, you just fucking eat you're just like, you don't care that you're a little chubby. You just don't care anymore. You're just glad to eat. He carries out the threats. He makes the threats. He's like, this guy, what's your price? I got that all day long. My price is give back what you took, fix what you broke, get the fuck out of my life. I never want to hear from you again. I'm not going to lie for you. I have starved and not taken a bath and fucking walked miles because you took my car. You threatened to take my car and you took it and I walked. You wanted me walking and I did. There's a reason you're by yourself. You got a doll and no real love life. A doll, a blow-up doll, a TV show, and nothing real. Just some imaginary bullshit, no different than John Hinckley Jr. There's not been a real date ever. It's not even about that for you, because I said I don't go out with the man who peeps. Today I'm watching News Nation, and they're talking about a guy at Disney who is charged with voyeurism, and the news guy was like, that's a very bad crime. It's bad. And this guy's sick. It is a sick thing to do to a woman. Mr. Perry's doing it right now. He has zero alibi to prove he's doing anything but what we say. It's not like he's out with his wife and kids, enjoying a nice, normal life, out, doing things that will not, he won't need somebody to lie for him. He's a sick dude. He's got Huntington's disease. You know how we found out? It's not like he picked up the phone and called me. He's lied and told people he's got Tourette's. He does not have Tourette's. He's got Huntington's disease. There's going to be a criminal trial for him that is going to bring out a lot of his lies that he's telling and what he's trying to do to me. You hold a criminal court for me. It's going to be very interesting when you're doing your criminal court and the truth comes out. Because my guys are not going to be factually ignorant. The judge that signs off on wiretap orders and crap absolutely refuses to be factually ignorant. Not like Judy. Not like, whoever else he bought. He's going to make sure he knows exactly what's happening. I want to see evidence. I want to see proof. He's listened to your recordings. Let's prove these out. I want to see proven out recordings. We have a lot of different ways that we do that. One easy way is when you carry out what you were just talking about. I'm going to take her car. I'm going to starve her. I'm going to put her in jail and tell her it's jail or money and you lie. Pick one. That's the ultimatum. I've got the students you go to school with, telling on you. Telling what? That I told people what you doing to me? Okay. Ooh. That I'm angry at what you're putting me through? Somebody takes your home, your car, invades your privacy in a very vulgar way. You don't have your family anymore all of a sudden. You're in, like her, that's my temper. He tells people, he was trying to frame me for a murder. And the cop that he was telling, I want you to frame her for this murder. The cop was recorded talking to Perry. He said, I don't have a reason, a motive. And Charles said to him, oh, she's got a temper. This is my temper.
Don't call the cops. Stop stalking me. Please, I can't live here anymore because you stalked me.
So the cop says, I don't have anybody that can say she's violent. She hits people. She screams and yells all the time. One time I got drunk. Very, very drunk. I usually have 2 gin and tonics. And it doesn't make me drunk. It makes me a little tipsy. Well, this chick that gave me, the bartender that night, was just laying on the gin, something terrible. So I got very drunk. I could walk. I walked to the car. It wasn't like I couldn't walk. I think my ex-husband said you couldn't even walk. I had to carry, and that's bullshit. I walked just fine. I never drink and drive. The only time I drink is if I'm with somebody else who's driving. So we go to my apartment, and here's the thing about getting drunk. The truth starts coming out. What's in you, what you're holding in that's bothering you, you start letting it out. Well, I guess what I start crying about. I started crying. Most of the time I'm a fun drunk. I do fun stuff, but this time, because of what I'm going through, it was a little different. I started crying about Michael Neely and Lucky. I'm at the toilet throwing up. And I'm telling my ex-husband, I can't believe they did that to them. I'm so upset. I don't know how to fix this. I don't know how to get Michael out of jail. I can't believe they did this to him. And they tried to kill him, and there's no way he could have done. And I'm just letting it all out. And the Miller family doesn't have their dad anymore. And if I hadn't called that day, what if I just hadn't called that day? Would they be okay right now? I mean, I was just letting it out. I'm not angry at my ex-husband. We were not fighting at all. But I'm telling him about something that's upsetting to me. I'm waving my arms around, and I hit the top of I had a little bowl that I kept cotton in, little ceramic bowl that I kept cotton in, had a lid in it on top of it. And I'm waving my arms around, and accidentally hit that off, and it broke. And my ex-husband is texting me, you threw that bowl at me. And I'm like, I didn't throw that bowl at you. I was waving I wasn't even mad at you. We weren't fighting. It was an accident. I was just waving my arms around. And I knocked that off. So did you ask him to say that to me? Did you ask him to try to make that look like it was something different than it was, so that you could go to that cop and lie? Well, she has a temper. You're talking to my family. You're alienating me from my family. I came up to Oklahoma to get the fuck away from you. To have no further contact with you. No further dealings with you, no conflict, no contact, nothing. I moved from Lubbock in 2013, November, to the Dallas area. And then I left the Dallas area and moved to Oklahoma to be with my family and get away from you. And since that day, you used my family to stalk me, and you stalked my family. And we all know that. So, that little incident that you made him bullshit about, he and I weren't fighting. I didn't pick up anything and throw it at him. I was talking about something that had Michael and Lucky, something that was very upsetting to me. That event has traumatized me, something terrible. You killed the person, and maybe I was the motive. It's done something horrible to me. Cop is cop family. I come from 4 generations of police. When you hurt a policeman, especially one that just took my complaint about car vandalism, supposedly that had nothing to do with you at all. Only maybe it did. That's motive. So, you're putting me through hell. I'm traumatized every single day. And I keep going, and I keep fighting you off me, keep kicking your teeth out, because you're raping me. It's just rape, Mr. Perry. Yeah, I'm angry. Everything I love is gone because you took it. And you're telling, you have the nerve to tell me, what's your price for me to get BioLi? How much BioLi money do you want? My price is you give back what you took, you fix what you broke, and you get the fuck out of my life, and I never hear from you again. Because my guys are about to put you in jail. The same ones that told me Mike was drugged, he didn't do it. His attorney's about to go into court and lie. Get in touch with them and see if you can testify for Mike. We said he was drugged, Mr. Perry, in March. Depositions hadn't even been taken yet. Attorneys didn't even know. Maybe his attorney, maybe not. He's not the brightest bulb. And you have my ex-husband lie and say I was so drunk he had to carry me and I picked something up and threw it at him, and that was bullshit. That is not what happened. I wasn't mad at my ex-husband. I was upset about a situation, and I was waving my arms around, and I accidentally hit the top of that thing and knocked it off and broke it. There was no anger. I was sad. My emotion at that moment was very, very sad because of what you did to those people. It's very traumatic for me. I don't call the cops, Mr. Perry, not locals. I don't know what I'm going to get. Am I going to get the guy that's your bitch, kissing your ass every day, who's going to hurt me for you? Like the traffic guy that gave me a ticket when he shouldn't have. I'm sitting there telling him, there's a cause for this. It's domestic violence related. Yeah, I know, I'm patrol. I'm not traffic. I can take those kind of complaints. Great, take mine. Well, actually, I'm going to go write your ticket. I'm going to go help the guy who called me and told me to do this to you. Do you know 2 and 3 and 4 cops have said I'm not doing that to her. I'm not going to be the one that does that to her. He is putting that girl through hell, and she is fighting him off and not backing down. Not very many people can do that. So I think she's a very courageous woman. I'm not going to hurt her for him. So am I going to get the bitch that is your, like sex weirdos? Or I'm going to get one that ends up dead. I don't call them. I have cops from somewhere else helping me, but you know what? They won't tell you who they are for that reason. Because you start bothering and threatening and harassing and bothering and threatening and harassing and getting in people's faces and getting in people's business and fucking with them. And then you act like you're the victim. And you're nothing. And this is my temper.
No, just leave me alone.
I will. You talk to me for 2 minutes.
No, 0 minutes. I don't want to ever talk to you guys. I don't ever want to hear your voice to you. Please, God bless you, but please leave me alone.
How many times do I have to repeat? When you contact me, we find out more. Is that what you wanted? You had a guy complaining today. We have poured all kinds of money into covering all this up. We have poured all kinds of money into covering all this up. And that little bitch will not leave Cynthia alone. And every time he contacts her, they find out something else. They had 6 years in a strip club. The most important thing is find out who these guys are helping her. That is priority number 1. And he had 6 years and he fucked it up. Couldn't even get her to slip up. Then she went back and he fucked it up again. You're using my Dasher app to have me pulled over, and we know that. You guys are freaking out because when I get a Dasher order, I take a screenshot of the address and send it to my attorney immediately. Hacking is a felony, dumbass. So your guy, how much, what's your price? I got asked that all day today. Jail or how much money do you want? I want what you took back. I want you to fix what you broke. And I want you to get the fuck out of my life. And that's always been my price. And that will always be my price. My guys are fixing to put you in jail and it won't matter anymore. The same ones that told me Mike was drugged. You got Huntington's disease. It causes delusion, paranoia, hallucinations, psychosis. You're psychotic. You're actually diagnosed nutbag psychotic. Like BTK or John Hinckley Jr. And you have impaired cognitive reasoning. You can't figure out that when you contact me, you get caught. And now you got people mad about all the money that you've spent that didn't cover up shit, and you got nothing but told on. You have nothing but you're told on. Mr. Perry, you have absolutely nothing to show for what you sit around on your fat, lazy ass doing all day, but you're told on and 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 told on. So I guess your attorney was, somebody said Mark's mad because she's bringing up all these court proceedings where by law there's supposed to be a hearing, and there wasn't, or there was one scheduled, and all of a sudden everything got dismissed, no explanation. So now he's wishing that the motions to intervene she filed for Mike Neely, what he said is, I guess we should have gone ahead and let her have a hearing on standing. There should have been a hearing that says that to decide whether or not it had standing to file the motions to begin with. And then, if so, the hearing on the motion. But first, there has to be a hearing on whether or not you have standing to even file the motion. There wasn't. There's a lot of that. Mark said he's mad that he should have told them go ahead and have the hearing on standing and deny her. The cops that told me you guys all said that are about to put you in jail, and it won't matter. And what comes out in that court case is going to supersede and surprise the shit out of everybody who's lazy and sloppy in their work and whatever else you got going. Factually ignorant. I mean, that's just the way it is. If you don't know your shit, that's your problem. Then what happens usually is down the road, you got egg on your face. You look bad. You look stupid. Because you decided, you didn't care. You didn't want to do the best of your, you didn't want to do your work right. Okay, it's important to get the facts. It's important to get the facts. All the facts. Mr. Perry has a history of concealment, intentional concealment of material facts that could change the outcome. So when he's going in his criminal trial and all that shit comes out, everybody else is going to have to explain all that, and they're not going to be able to, are they? What is my price? How much can I buy a lie for? I got asked it all day. You can go to jail, or you can take my buy a lie money. Pick one. I've said no to both, always. I've endured your threats to starve me. I've starved. I've endured your harassment. I've endured your illegal conduct. It's disgusting. Coercion is a felony crime. Witness tampering, Title 18 of the United States Code 1512 and 1513 is very serious crimes. Voyeurism is a very sick, serious crime. Human trafficking and exploitation is really, really sick. Billions of dollars are spent fighting that shit, sir. So now you got somebody complaining. The only thing that's come from all of this that he's doing is she gets more information. Nobody has this much information. From right inside our criminal organization, she's got it. Every day it's something. And he's had all this time, and we've spent all kinds of money trying to, and gotten nothing. And he had 6 years access to her while she's working in a strip club. Send a couple guys in to be nice to her and get her to relax and let her guard down, and maybe she slips up. And that's not what he did. He sent people in there to be asshole and gave her canned food. And then she's supposed to go, she wants to change careers and start writing. Well, he fucked all that up. They called Upworks, they called Flex Jobs, and told them, don't make sure she doesn't find work. They called Walgreens, make sure she never works here. Get her door dashing. Only people she can take orders to is our people. And some of those people might be leaking to her and he doesn't know it. Which ones? How do we know which ones? There's so many I can't pin it down. That was the stupidest thing he could do. Should have let her write. Then at least she's writing at her house and her interactions with other people's limited. Then maybe I could pinpoint which ones are leaking into who and how. But he fucked all that up for her. And then she goes back to the strip club. What I needed there is they got all new people. Nobody's there that was there before that she knew were working for Charles, gaslighting her for Charles. None of all those people are gone. So now we got a fresh, clean slate. I need her to develop some rapport with those people and then with her so that she'll let her guard down and slip up as to who it is helping her. That's not what he does. He did the same fucking thing again. She wants to waitress. They got a girl, pushes her out of that. Make sure she doesn't make money. Bully the fuck out of her. So she left. Once she walks off, all opportunity to get any information at all out of her is over. It's done. You shut the door. So now I don't know who's helping her. And when you call around and ask people, are you helping her? Are you stopping my crime? How do you even have those kind of phone calls? I'm a sex weirdo, and I keep getting caught by this one girl. Are you helping her stop my crime? Please stop stopping my crime. I'll make it worth your while. I'm a sex weirdo. Wow. Okay, well, who's lying to you and who's telling the truth when they say, I don't know a thing about it? You will never know until it's too fucking late. But I have a Fabian puzzle and you don't have that. Right? I have a McNamara email, you don't have that. I have a Mike was drugged and a harassment email and a I need to rule out entrapment email. And you have none of that. I have Lucius, Calvin, Geppetto, Blankenship, Desiree, Richard, Dickey, Sunjay, Monique, Beverly, Andrew, Lawrence, Reuben, James, Brian, Jeremy, and you don't have that. Name one guy helping me that told me they drugged Mike, he did not do this. Name one guy. He's still trying to put you back in jail to make you lie. Get her in jail, they're going to rip you off the stage so that the other girls get scared shitless and they won't ever again leak because they think some of those girls are leaking. And then you changed it. They go, well, since she said that, we had to change it. Now we want to get her in the parking lot before she has a chance to go inside and get tipped off by those girls that might be leaking. Right? I heard you say it. Because I have a McNamara email and I have that, and you don't have any such thing. All kinds of money bought you until they got to us is all that did. That's all it's ever done. So when you offer me buy a lie money and your threats and you harass and you threaten and you harass and you tell me what you're going to do and get away with, or take my bribe. What's your price? My price is you give back what you took. You fix what you broke. And fuck off, weirdo. Fuck the hell off. So, listen, when I grew up in my family, people are already complaining. We have one recording of a guy saying, they said all police in Oklahoma are to help Mr. Perry do the other false arrest, and we don't have a choice. That's what they told us. And one guy said, I told him no. My morals and my ethics prohibit me from doing something like that to a woman. I won't do it. I told him, count me out. Don't call me. You got police. Isn't he that diagnosed nutbag? Yeah. Well, I'm not pulling her over. She knows this. She knows that he wants her in jail to force her to sign this letter of apology. She said no. Yes. She's talked about it a lot. Does he not get what that means? That she already knows. She already said no. She's already talked about it. Yeah. Okay. Well, something's wrong with him. Right. Okay. Well, I'm not putting my name. I'm a cop, and I'm not putting my name and my reputation on a whack job's bad decision. Find another schmuck. I'm not doing it. They have that recording. Those guys that have that recording are about to put your bitch ass in jail. You won't be able to take your doll with you. I don't know what you're going to do. This is my anger.
Please leave me alone. Stop following me.
You won't call the cops.
Stop. I don't. Stop stalking me. Please, I can't live here anymore because you just...
That's my temper. That's the temper of me. I haven't thrown anything. I accidentally knocked a lid off of a ceramic dish, waving my arms around, drunk and upset about what you did to Mike and Lucky. That traumatized me. I'm traumatized every day. I'm a victim of crime every day. Guess what? I'm very high functioning under extreme prolonged duress. I have an A in criminal justice college. Because right in the middle, when you're trying to throw me in jail, take my car, get me kicked out of my home, take everything that I own, trying to coerce and force me to lie, trying to kill me, threatening to kill me, threatening to put me in jail, threatening to take my other car, threatening this, threatening that. And then I'm listening to recordings on top of you making the threats of what y'all are planning next. I got an essay due. So I got to sit down and do my essay in the middle of all that. And so when we were in court, I had to type up a brief. It's almost like an essay. A lot more complicated, though. I had to teach myself the law, which that's the other thing he pointed out. He runs her customers off. She teaches herself the law pretty fucking well, I might add. And is able to go put evidence together because there's no customers. She left. She goes to home, fixes. When I speak in the third person, I'm quoting another individual. Dumbass. I heard somebody ask that question. Okay, I shouldn't have to say it. Most people just know. Probably that's what she's doing. Okay, so he said then she goes home and she gets all the evidence together for the breach case, files it 2 hours before Judge Eagan puts a bullshit order out. And there is no res judicata here. He said this does not meet the standard of res judicata. In fact, it doesn't. It's not that it just doesn't meet it. It doesn't even get close. So that's there. I mean, you would think that I wouldn't have to actually say it. That when a judge makes a decision that's blatantly off, and there's a corruption case ongoing, do you think maybe that's probable cause so he can get a wiretap on the judge if needed? Or whatever it is they're getting. I'm not told that. I'm not giving those kind of semantics. But I can tell you there's something. Why wouldn't there be? Common sense would tell you. So, I mean, how do I know Judge Parker's involved? Did you get my students that I go to school with to testify to Judy in Texas? Is that what you did? Because that's what you're telling me. You got the people I go to school with to testify against me is what you just said. What you typed in my phone right before you said you can go to jail or how much of a byline money do you want? To which my reply is always what it has always been and always will be. No, I'm not going to lie for you. I'm going to help build the case against you for coercion. So, you want to prove out recordings, okay. I'm living in hell so that we can build the case against you. There's a goal here. The goal is you're gone. And there is no more pestering and threats and harassment and byline money offers and rape and murder. That's done. No more dolly. What are you going to do in jail when you can't take your dolly? What are you going to do, Charles? I mean, you're going to have your attorney petition the court so you can take your dolly. Oh my goodness. In your passy. I don't know what to say to that. A grown-ass man that plays with a doll all day. And the only thing that comes of that is we get more intel. Judy Parker. How do I know about her? So my answer will always be the same thing it's always been. You give back what you took, you fix what you broke, and you get the fuck out of my life, and I never hear from you again. My guy said the same thing in 2020, and you guys laughed at him. He said, you are not to invade her privacy anymore. No one is. Her privacy is not to be invaded at all. You are not to contact her or her family directly or indirectly in any form. Not at all. All of that is illegal. It is criminal activity. And she's not to be broke again. You are not to steal her money, deprive her of food and shelter, deprive her of a penny, grand larceny with intent to coerce, interference with commerce with intent to coerce, interference with interstate commerce with intent to coerce, interference with contracts, both in-state and interstate, with intent to coerce, deprivation of food and shelter with intent to coerce. You want to make her lie. Here's your jail cell. You can sit there. You've been saying that since I got back from the first one. And we've talked about it and talked about it. You're the only one with the Alzheimer's here, dude. Everybody else remembers it the first time you threatened it. I don't know who the hell you think you're fooling. What is it like to be stupid in a world where everybody else is smart? I don't know how you do it. I don't know how. Your attorney's not much better. Now Mark goes, oh gosh, now Mark says, maybe I should have let her have a hearing on standing. And just tell the judge in our, bribery of judges that we do that nobody will suspect a thing. That maybe you just deny that. Then at least she can't say we didn't, there's all these hearings that didn't happen and should have. And that's starting to look fishy. We spot her pattern the second time you do it. So you can't. 13 years. You've contacted me, we find out more. You caused me a loss, we find out more. You caused me a problem, we find out more. It's the same thing every day since McNamara email. And you can't spot the pattern yet? You're not even your attorney? Oh my God, it doesn't get any more pathetic. This is how everybody else sees.
That's okay. I don't care.
Leave me alone.
You want. That's okay. I don't care.
Repeat. You're wasting my time. I say it once. I've worked in a world of men who are professionals all my life. One time is all I have to say it. Why is it different for you that you have to repeat, and you still don't get it? When you do the crime to me, you get caught. Your guy's complaining about that tonight. All this money we've spent. Got nothing but her she's got information. We don't have shit. And every time we get, try to get her in a position where maybe she'll let her guard down and slip up, Charles fucks it all up. Charles thinks I'm trying to hint at it or help him, and I'm mad about that he's not picking up on the hint. No. Nobody's trying to hint at anything. I'm mad that you're interfering with my work and I can't make money. And I'm very mad that you're not getting how sick and tired of that everybody is. Everybody's sick of you. Everybody hates your guts. All you do is cause problems and drama and butt into shit that's none of your business. And everybody's sick of it. And that's why I can get information at the snap of a finger and you cannot. Ask Lucius. Ask Sonjay. Ask Beverly. Ask Judy. Who's Monique? Where is she right now? Okay. Look at this. This person is expressing irritation for the need to repeat. And this guy over here, Cuckoo Bird, starts commenting on her clothes. Yep. Nobody asked you about the clothes. You weren't asked. You're exactly like him.
Leave me alone. I don't want...
Pester, bother, pester. When you're in jail, that stops.
For this. Please leave me alone. Please leave me alone. Leave me alone. Please.
Just talk to me for 2 minutes and I'll leave you alone.
Oh my God. It's too damn early for this shit. Leave me alone.
How do you dress like this? What are you a prostitute? I'm curious.
Sir, please leave.
That's okay. I don't care.
Leave me alone.
You want.
I don't want proof of this. Please leave me alone. Please leave. I don't want proof of this. Please leave me alone.
Hey, men. Leave women the fuck alone. When they're in public, when they're doing anything, you don't have the right to their attention. You don't have the right to step into their personal space. You don't have the right to them. Especially if they're making it very clear they don't want to be talked to. But even when they're not, unless a woman is giving you enthusiastic and continuous body language and signs that she wants to talk to your ugly dumbass, then leave her the fuck alone. Find a date a different way. Okay? It's not clever. It's not cool. It's not cute. It's garbage. It's absolute garbage behavior, and you're a garbage person if you do it. I don't care if it's in public. It doesn't fucking matter. You don't have the right to her, and you need to leave her alone. And this is Bacon.
That's okay. I don't care.
Leave me alone.
All you want. Step got been raping me.
Leave me alone. Please.
Just talk to me for 2 minutes.
First, let me say that I'm happy that the lady in this video is okay. Second, let me break down what rape culture is. Rape culture is the fact that that man felt that he was entitled to some of this woman's time just because he said, let me talk to you for 2 minutes. Doesn't matter if it's 2 minutes, 5 minutes, 20 minutes. If she said no, no means no. Rape culture is the comments that she has on her video about how she should have just spoke to him or dressed differently. Rape culture is me taking the heat for calling out other men for their terrible behavior. Rape culture is trying to explain stuff as, oh, it's just locker room talk. No, it's not locker room talk. You should talk the same way wherever you are. We all know that rape is not about sex, it's about power. So for you to force yourself on somebody, even if you're just talking to them, is disgusting, dude.
Stepdad's been raping you since
Leave
you
me
were 12 years
alone.
old?
Please. Stop stalking me. Please, I can't live here anymore because you stalked me. That's why I moved.
Just talk
Leave
to
me alone.
I will. You talk to me for 2 minutes and
No,
I'll leave you alone.
0 minutes. I don't want to ever talk to you guys. I don't ever want to hear your voice, Seal. Please, God bless you, but please leave me alone. Please leave me alone. Stop following me.
You won't call the cops.
Stop stalking me. Please, I can't live here anymore because you stalked me. That's why I moved.
Just
leave me alone.
I will. You talk to me for 2 minutes and
No,
I'll leave you alone.
0 minutes. I don't want to ever talk to you guys. I don't ever want to hear your voice, Seal. Please, God bless you, but please leave me alone. Please leave me alone. Stop following me.
You won't call the cops.
Stop stalking me. Please, I can't live here anymore because you stalked me. That's why I moved.
Just
leave me alone.
I will. You talk to me for 2 minutes and
No,
I'll leave you alone.
0 minutes. I don't want to ever talk to you guys. I don't ever want to hear your voice, Seal. Please, God bless you, but please leave me alone. Please leave me alone.
So, my little knocking off a ceramic lid and it falling on the floor at a person, not at him, but fell on the floor. I wasn't mad at my ex-husband at all. We were not fighting. So your lies, how'd I know you said that? How'd I know you told him to say that? What is there, a grand jury you had him say that to? Yeah, she has a temper. This is my temper.
Stop following me.
You won't call the cops.
Stop stalking me. Please, I can't live here anymore because you stalked me. That's why I moved.
Just talk to me.
And the cop that was talking to you said, I need some evidence that she's got a temper. Did she hit people? Does she scream and yell and go into a tyrant at people? Or just you? It's called a normal reaction to an abnormal situation. What I did in knocking the ceramic lid off of a dish, it was not out of anger. I was just waving my arms around and I'm talking and I'm explaining to my ex-husband how upset I am and I'm knocked it off and I knocked it off. It wasn't thrown, it wasn't picked up, nothing. I don't appreciate the facts being misrepresented. It's called slander and it's called defamation and it's called fraud upon a court, more perjury. How would you know about that anyway? Because what we told you is don't contact my family. Don't contact my family. Do not contact my family. Don't contact my family. Don't contact me. Don't contact my family. And this is what you bought. This is your file in my Dropbox. Look at all this. Car damage. Wants to buy a lie. Civil claims will be used in his criminal case. I have freedom of expression. I can express very upset that you're voyeuring me, you're peeping on me, hacking me, using my Dasher app to limit my income and get me to a certain location where you can have me pulled over, butting into shit that's none of your business, contacting my family. Yeah. Robertson and Perry want us to take her car away. That's all we hear constantly. Take her car away, take her car away, take her car away. We're sick of hearing that. Yeah. When he pesters me and takes my money, there's even more. How many demands did you pull her over, pull her over, pull her over, pull her over, pull her over? This right here was the first about the car. It's dated August 23rd, 2019. It's not legit, but I will have her car towed and sold before she figures that out. That's the last sentence that's highlighted here. After that, I have a brick thrown at me on the freeway that hit the pavement, bounced up under my car, and split the engine in two. That could have been my head. Had I not seen your guy sitting at the end of the drive, I would have gone out the way, the way I always went out, which would have put me closer to the guy that threw the brick at me, the one you hired to do that. You trying to kill me? That was attempted murder number 2. And, but I saw your guy sitting at the end of the drive. I'm in Oklahoma. You're not supposed to contact me. Stalking is a felony. So I go out a different way. So that put me behind him a little further than he thought. So it didn't hit me and cracked my head in two. It hit the pavement and then cracked my engine in two and totaled my car. Right after he said this. My car was hit 4 times in 3 years. Right at the wheel. I'm not hitting people, they're hitting me. Yeah, you're not trying to get my car. All pull her over, pull her over, pull her. Look at this. That's just the... I didn't even pull up each and every email. Look at the dates on that. I mean, it's pathetic. Talk about abuse of office. There's a shit ton of them. That's just one file in here. Robertson and Perry want to take her car away. There's one hit at the wheel. There's another hit at the wheel. There's another hit at the wheel. In 3 years. Then there's the Mike Neely thing. That Mike Neely took my complaint about car vandalism. You put that shit in my trunk just to let me know you could get in my car. Right? I didn't name you as a suspect, though. I said, most likely it's the guy stalking me. We're all in civil court right now. I sued him. I asked for a protective order, and the judge didn't even have a hearing. So I guess maybe I need to try again. Thing is, it could be anybody did this, but most likely it's them. I don't know anybody else this weird. And one of them has his employees. He owns a Dynamic Shot, David Robertson. His employees are staying 3 doors down. One of those rooms is full of powder. You might ask the maid about, again, who's staying in that room. I don't know. So there's that. They were going to investigate that. 6 days later, Chief Miller's murdered, and Mike Neely's accused of the murder, and he doesn't have a fucking mark on him. Yeah, you can't beat somebody to death. Back and forth, their head comes off their body and have not a mark on you. While you're unconscious and in respiratory distress, dying of opioid overdose, it can't be done. There's my engine. Cracked the transmission in 2. That could have been my head. See, I even put that there. Texted that to my attorney. This could have been my head. Murder attempt number 2. TBD. Y'all we're out of patience with y'all. There was another one. Take your tail light out to have her pulled over. My guys wake me up at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Go fix your tail light. They just took it out. They want you pulled over again. Yeah. One of those guys was like, I am not going to do it. Another one's like, I had to go to the bathroom when she blows by here. The only way you can know when I blow by there is Perry hacked my phone. He uses my Dasher app or Google Maps or whatever he uses to stalk me and tell you when I'm going to blow by there. Yeah. On and on and on and on. And this was what the truck looked like that was in front of me that threw the brick. Dave Robertson has his employee driving one truck just like that. So there's all that. So every time you contact me, we get more of these, sir. Every time you contact me, we get more. These are all police recordings of you that I typed up. Every day that you peep on me and invade my privacy, every day I'm not talking to my family on a regular basis without you butting in or even knowing about it. Every day I'm broke, every day Mike's in jail, every day you're taking and taking and taking and taking, and you're spending a lot of money trying to subjugate me and get me to lie for you, and threatening and threatening and bothering and threatening and bothering and threatening. We get more, because what's going to happen is they're using all this to build a case against you with a judge who's not factually ignorant. He's not Judy, and not Judge Eagan. He's going to make sure he knows everything. Smart people make sure they know what's going on before they open their mouth. Because often what happens with repeat offenders such as yourself is you do this over and over. You can't control yourself. And over and over and over and over until it can't be covered up anymore. And then what? All these people that covered up for you all that time are going to get stuck explaining why they didn't do shit about it. And the guy that did, fucking hero. Finally, somebody made the guy stop it. People don't like crime. And everybody hates your guts for what you're putting me and Mike through. Hates your guts. I can get information at the snap of a finger, despite all that money you've spent, getting you nothing but told on. I don't want your by-lay money. I want you to give me the money you owe me. The money you stole. Plus what my body is being used for your pretend love life and for profit. You owe me $1,000 a day for doing that, plus $2,000 a day for doing it without my consent. This is an attempt to collect illegal debt. That's legal money. I'm not gonna lie for you. I have a job to do. I'm doing it very well. 6 years in a strip club, not one slip up. Although you guys didn't make it hard. That's what the guy was like. Here's the thing. He sends these guys in who are mean to her, or they don't tip her very well, or they say something weirdo to her, or they go at her with all these questions that she knows only he would want to know. And then she's done. She'll shut you out. She's finished with you. Once she walks off, there is zero chance that you're going to get anything out of her at all. Once she ends the conversation with you, you're done. That's it. You ended all opportunity to just get a slip up. The only way you get a slip up is you be nice, you relax, you don't ask any questions, and then the person starts to trust you and relax around you, and that's when slip ups happen. But this bitch is so stupid. 6 years he fucked it up every day. Then he has an opportunity to try again, and he fucked that up too. All he had to do is, if she wants to waitress, let her waitress. Tell that other girl, you chill. You don't bully her. You don't be a bitch to her. Chill. Because I need her to relax and I need her to open up. And you didn't do that. You told her to make sure she didn't have any money and be a bitch to her. And she did. She did exactly what you told her. So now he fucked that up too. Now she left again. Now they're trying desperately to get me back out there. Duly noted for the record. With a judge who's not going to allow himself to be factually ignorant like Judy. Okay, you got all this. Every single one of these screenshots. They want to make proper ID. Police recording. That's what your money bought you right there. That's what the guy's ranting about. He fucked up every opportunity we have to find out who gets her those. All that money we've spent, and we get nothing but those. And he had 6 years in a strip club to get her to slip up, and then another 5-6 weeks, and he fucked up all of it. Then she wants to write, so then her interactions with other people would be very limited. So maybe I could tell who and where. If you can talk to police on the phone, first of all. But let's say at times we don't do it that way. And it's done some other way. Basically, that's what he was trying to say. And I'm sorry, I agree with him. I mean, I'm not trying to help you here. I'm just saying this is how stupid you are. This is why I can get information easily, because you're stupid. What's it like to be so stupid in a world where everybody else is smart? You're a hated bitch because you're so cruel. And you're so sick and twisted. So we can get information at the snap of a finger. And you can't. So, and I'm not trying to hint at it. What I'm upset about is that you're not getting it. Get the hell out of my life. Get the fuck out. I moved, started my life all over again. Not once, but twice. To not have any further contact with you and no conflict. I don't like drama. I'm sorry that you're that pathetic, that you thrive on it. That is what makes you tick all day, every day, is drama. Make a problem, make a drama. Take everything good and everything fun and make it unfun and fuck it up. And then everybody hates you, and then we get all that. And it doesn't matter how much money you put into it. You put a lot into it, didn't you? Last we heard it was $25 million. Bought you that. 6 years in a strip club and not one slip up. And then he had a second chance and he fucked that up too. And then he doesn't make it where she's limited on her interactions with other people. Just let her write and let her make money. He wants her door dashing, for God's sake. The only thing he'll let her do. Then it's only his people. She's not getting just regular orders from random people that don't know anything about anything. And making about $100 to $150 a day like everybody else. What's happening is, instead, he's getting his 3 bitches who have canned food welfare bullshit to tip. Here's your $1 tip. And then we don't know what they're passing on to her. Something. They're passing something on to her. Or whoever's in the restaurant where she goes, you know, that's what they bought her. That's what Amanda, your waitress, bought for you. That's what she got you at, Calvin. Alright? Have Mays County pull her over. Rogers and Mays are watching for her to come back out there so they can pull her over. So they can take her car. So they can call and say, here, she's back now. Now we gotta make proper ID. Let's do a raid. Scare the fuck out of all those girls in there. I'm gonna tell you for the last fucking time. 3 of them are victims of sex trafficking, human trafficking. They are not criminals. Sadie's not a criminal. Sadie's a human trafficking victim. She's a precious little kid who has been shit on all her life. And she's being raped all the time. She does not need a raid, Sheriff Rowan. She needs help. She needs somebody to grab her little hand and pull her out of a shithole and let her have a good life. Not an arrest, not a raid, not let's intimidate and scare the fuck out of her. She needs to be able to drive a nice car and live in a nice home. She has her thing. This girl is, I mean, she can go wicked on you. But what'd you expect? One time I almost asked her, were you fucking raised by wolves? Not realizing that she actually was. Her parents were meth heads. She was in the system. Let her have a good life. The sheriff's job is to relieve suffering caused by crime, not go in there and intimidate the fuck out of little kids who didn't have a chance ever. Did you have a chance? What was your life like? Did you have parents that loved you and took care of you and made sure your homework was done, made sure you had food and shelter? If you had that, and do you not understand what it's like for a kid that didn't? Do you give a shit? Do you not care about kids that are trafficked because they didn't have a chance? They didn't have good parents. You owe them. You owe them the equal protection of the laws intended to protect them from human traffickers like David and Charles and Lucius and Calvin. Monsters. Absolute monsters. That's what makes me be okay with living in my car and going without food for days. Girls like her make me want to do that. Guys like Mike Neely and Chief Miller, who put their life on the line for us. That's what made me okay with sleeping in my car and going without food in a bath. I can do this for a while if the end result is those bitches are in jail and Sadie can have a good life and I can have a good life and my kids cannot have to worry that you're going to call Hewlett-Packard and mess with my son's job. Use my granddaughter as lure to try to make me be trafficked and crap like that. Call my ex-husband and tell him to lie. Supporting perjury is a very serious crime, but you got a list of them. What's one more? This is what your money bought you. I'm not trying to hint at shit. Why would I do that? Everybody just wants you gone. So Sadie and 2 other girls, I'm watching them get tipped $1,000 to $5,000 every fucking night on stage. The club makes none of that. Guys walk in with 14 grand. They don't want to pay the cover. I'm like, you have 14 grand and you can't afford a $15 cover? Well, we shouldn't have to. I go, that's not the thing here, dude. If you want in here, you pay $15 for a cover. Looks to me like you got plenty of money to do that. Or you can leave. Up to you. I don't care. I don't care if it's 50. So okay, finally he says he'll pay the $15 cover. He paid it. It's about closing time. The owner's clearly not get on the take or anything. He's not getting any part of this. Traffic money. It's traffickers are using the victims for prostitution and drugs. And instead of having them pay them, here's, $1,000 for 2 hours with this chick. It's throw the $1,000 on stage, right? She'll bring me the money, and then I'll give her cut. Right? 14 grand they walk in with. The owner says, if you're not going to buy a lap dance, you need to leave. They argue. They give him the runaround for about 15 minutes. Sadie's freaking out. She's screaming and yelling. They throw 60. One of them threw 60 on me and said, here, that's for you. Pick it up. It was almost like he just wanted to humiliate me by watching me bend down and pick money up off the ground or something. The way he said it was weird. Those guys, though, when a guy comes in and he brings money into a strip club, they throw it on who they want. Sadie's throwing a fit over that too. You can't take money from my customers. And I'm like, oh my God, wow. So she's having a nervous breakdown over that and over the owner's making them leave. And how dare you? La, la, la. If they're not buying dances, Sadie, I don't make a dime. I'm not staying open. I don't make money on stage. So they got to buy a dance or it's closing time. I got to pay the light bill, Sadie. For every minute we're open. I got to pay employees who are sitting here. So they leave. He makes them leave. And they take 4 girls with them. And the next day the 4 girls are like, oh, they threw the money on the parking lot and the homeless got it. And I'm like, we have stupid written on our face. But right now, I'm going to pretend I believe you because that's going to serve the purpose right now. Pretended I believed them. And so that's like, what, $3,500 each? Sadie's upset because she's got to take that money back to David and Charles and Lucius and Calvin. And it's going to be short, the $15 per guy to get in. It's going to be short the 60 he threw on me. It was about 60. It was about 58, 60, somewhere in there. And it's not laundered. So Dave's going to what? Beat you? Beat her? What's he going to do to her? Then you want me to go back out there and do a raid so you can get my proper ID and scare the fuck out of her? So she'll subjugate? Jesus. And you can't figure out why we can get those and you can't? People hate y'all. If you're a normal person, they hate you. And I can get intel like that, and you can't. Ask Judy Parker. Ask Judy Parker. Ask your guy, the Muffin Man, is a nickname, Muffin Man. Ask Sonjay. Ask Beverly. You're hated. Because you beat down women and kids to feel tough. Deprivation of food and shelter with intent to coerce. So, here's my price, you sick son of a bitch. You give back what you took, you fix what you broke, and you get the fuck out of my life. Or the guys that gave me Judy Parker's name and what all you're doing over there are gonna do it for you. And if they can get what you just said, and you don't like that, you think you're gonna like it when they do it for you? You can, you like finding out the hard way, be my guest. But you got a guy that's all pissed off at all the money that you've spent sitting on your fat ass, playing with a doll, perverting around all day, getting us that. A lot of intel. Mike was drugged. Judy's gonna be mad. You think? You think she'll be mad? Oh, and then Perry's typing in my phone. We gotta, he's gonna use our family to kidnap her. He's gonna use our family to... That money that you paid got us that right there, that intel right there. Snap of a finger. So, same way he got that from you to me, he will do it for you. You will not like it. Did you like him getting that? From you to me? He had 6 years to get her to slip up accidentally And he fucked it up. Then she went back and he had a second chance and he fucked that up too. So Sadie's upset because she's got to come out to David and those guys with $14,000 for the, whatever they did. I don't even want to know. I don't want to know. And prostitution or drug, I don't want to know. $14,000 cash was supposed to be thrown on stage, so now it's stage money. It's been laundered. It's not prostitution money, it's stage money. And she didn't get it laundered, so she's about to cry, yelling at the owner. And she was short the $15 cover and the $60 she threw on me. That's why she's freaking out, having a nervous breakdown, because David's gonna be mad at her, and God only knows what he'll do to her. I don't want to know that either, but she ought to, Sheriff Reed ought to be able to say, you're safe now. I'm here. I'll help you. I'm gonna make you safe. We're gonna get the bad guy. We're gonna lock the bitch up, and you won't have to deal with this anymore. We'll make sure regular, normal customers come in here, get a regular, normal lap dance, and you take everything home, and it's your money. What flagged us off, besides that kind of money going up on the stage, it's different guys every night, but the same girls getting tipped like that. It's not like it's their regular and he always tips like that. It's all different guys. Just the same 3 get tipped $1,000 to $500 a night. And I'm like, yeah, that's not for stage money. That's for something else. So I'm telling my guys, they got something. This Sadie girl is a victim of trafficking, I believe, because she's getting tipped a shit ton of money, and it's different guys, and her car is crap car. And you know how David and Charles are. Everything's welfare. Everything's, here's your little canned food. I'm going to take away your steak, and here's your little can of tuna. Be thankful. Yeah, but that's typical traffickers. That's what they all do. But that's a telltale sign. I used to know. Here's how I knew. I'd be on stage and a guy would come up. Here's $1. Okay, you must work for Charles Perry. That's his kind of tipping. That's why he's by himself. Every single one of these. All that money you spent for your cover-up bought me that. 6 years in a strip club, not one slip-up. It bought me this. These are all subject lines of emails I typed up from a recording police got from you. Ask Judy Parker. I can get it in the snap of a finger. Your money bought you that. You want to bribe me? All these names. Those are your people. Name one of my guys. Quote one meeting. I said no to the byline money. What I said is, and my guy said, give back what you stole from me. Pay the money that you owe using my body illegally. $1,000 a day plus $2,000 a day for doing it without my consent. And you are to stop it. It's very gross. It's nasty. It's a felony for a reason. And get the fuck out. So in March 2020, when I said, I don't want your byline money, you stupid little fuck. What I'd like is, get the club full of paying customers who are normal. They're not there to be jackasses and ask for, in a strip club, you don't grab the crotch. It's illegal. You keep your fucking mouth closed. You don't suck on anything. You don't get grabby. Get a lap dance and shut up otherwise. Be nice, be a gentleman, and tip good. Or get the fuck out. Go home and watch porn. Period. Get the club full of nice guys, gentlemen. It's called a gentleman's club. Be a fucking gentleman, or stay home and watch porn. Or go to Lady Godiva's and fuck with them. Get the club full of money because you ran all the good people off. Give back what you took. Fix what you broke. Get the hell out and get Michael Neely out of jail and home to his family. Just like that. Or they'll do it for you. Same way they got all this. And you'll like it about the same. And once you're in jail, they're not going to let you take your little dolly. And we won't be pestered and bothered and threatened and harassed anymore. Thank God. So there's no motivation to help you. None. The motivation is to help the guys getting us this. and getting all that to a judge who's going to make sure he's not factually ignorant, so that something doesn't come out in the future that embarrasses the fuck out of him, like it will Judy and Eagan, Judge Eagan. And there's that. And the judge on Mike's case, Mark said maybe I should have let her, told the judge, go ahead and have a hearing on standing and just deny her. Yep. Thank you, Mark. The money that all the money that's going into this got us that, Mark. There's that. All of this. I mean, what planet are you fucking on? Look how long, look at this. All of those are emails I typed up after hearing you recorded, talking. Here's your fucking sex trafficking bullshit. Details, very specific and a lot of details, TPD. Witness statement. So, I don't know what to say, but when you start going around telling everybody what you can do and get away with, we're like, really? What does he think he's getting away with when we quote him every fucking day? We don't know. We'd like you to explain what the fuck is it you think you're getting away with, and now you tell, oh, your students that you go to school with are testifying against you. You mean they're telling the grand jury that I've complained about what you're putting me through? Okay. Or did you tell them to lie? You using my Dasher app to, harass me? And have me pulled over. Have her pulled over. Golly. But you're caught when you do it to me. It's different when you do it to me. See, we get all that. All of this, your money bought you. We got all that. That's what the guy's complaining about. This is all the shit this girl has. They don't have a fucking thing. Because Charles always fucks up everything. David does too. So does Calvin. Calvin's the one... Didn't Calvin the one that told Amanda, don't let her make any money, don't let her waitress? And now your guy's like, how am I supposed to get the girl to talk or slip up if they do shit like that? She clams up and she won't talk, and she's not trying to hint at anything. She'll shut you down and walk off, and then we're done. Now I have zero chance of getting anything out of her. And I don't care. I mean, I can handle a sting up. I don't care. But it's funny that you people are mad at you because they're putting a lot of money into this stuff, and that's what you got for it. That's all you have to show for it. So when he said her privacy is not to be invaded, you're not to contact her or her family in any way, shape, or form ever again. Not directly, not indirectly. And get the fuck out of her life. And she's not to be broke anymore, or I'm going to do it for you. That's what he meant. We say it, then we show you. We got all that, and you have nothing to show for what you've done all these years but that. Right here. That's what you bought. That's what you bought. So, when you offer me BioLite, you can go to jail, or you can take my BioLite money, and you're going to lie, and you're going to sign my affidavit, and you're going to, nobody will suspect a thing. We're like, I said, here's what I said. Give back what you took, and get the hell out. It's funny you think you have a choice. That speaks to your delusion. Our shrink thinks you need to be hospitalized because we have all this and you think you have a choice. You don't. It's the law. He said, respect the law and respect her and get the hell out of her life. You need to be seen in Lubbock with your family and doing anything but what I say. And you can't take your fucking doll to jail. I don't know what the hell you're going to do. What does one do? One's in jail and they can't take their little doll. Oh my God, it's so embarrassing. Everybody fucking hates your guts. They're sick of you. And that's why I'm angry that you're not understanding that. How sick and tired of everybody is. You've caused so much catastrophic, horrible loss that there is no more patience. There's none. Everybody feels as much empathy for you as they do BTK and Ted Bundy and Jeffrey Dahmer and every other sex weirdo murderer just like you. Now, I'm going to do the motherfucking disclaimer. Here's the disclaimer, Mark. Does this cover you? I mean, does this cover me? Here. Use of technology to stalk women. Voyeurism and hacking and cloning of phones. Sadie, you're fucking free. Just be you. Do what you want to do. Do whatever you want to do. If you didn't have such a crap car, you know, if you're getting all kinds of money thrown on you on stage, and I'm not seeing drug use. Some girls use a lot of drugs and you're like, that's why they don't have any money. I didn't see that with you. So then we all know, okay, well, that money's going somewhere. It's going to traffic daddy. I mean, Sadie doesn't have to tell on you, David. I'm not stupid. Why do y'all think I have... Everybody's just stupid. I mean, golly. Okay, so... There's the disclaimer. And so when you go talk to Judge Parker, make sure that she knows we have her name, because your money bought that. Her name as far as being... I mean, I know Judy. Judy and I used to sit together at LARW lunches all the time. She was a friend of mine. Probably should have recused herself for that reason. But she did not. So if she's talking to the people I go to school with about me talking about the crime that I'm a victim of every day and how traumatized that would make me, but I'm highly functional either way because I decided to be that. In our family, there's one thing that matters. You stand out of the crowd. You catch what everybody else misses, and you do what nobody else will do. And you get the bad guy, and you make the suffering and the hurt go away for the victims. And so I'm going to go in my car, and I'm going to sleep in it. And I'm going to not eat for a couple of days, and I'm not going to take a bath for a couple of days, because I know at the end of the day, I'm going to be able to tell Sadie, you're safe now. Sadie and everybody else, you're safe now. You can go buy whatever fucking car you want now. Because all the money that's coming in here is yours. You don't have to give it to David. And then he takes your steak and gives you your canned food. Here's your can of tuna, Sadie. Go buy your little crap car with it. She won't have to suck another dick. And excuse my language and the vulgarity, but that's what trafficking is. Mr. Perry, I don't care what you think. No one understands why you think I do. Nobody understands why you think that. When you contact me, we get more. Dumb fuck. When you contact me, we get more. When you contact me, when you peep on me, when you hack me, we get more and more and more and more. And all the money you're spending is going to nothing. You might as well throw it in the toilet. You might as well throw it down the toilet. So, that's how I knew something was up, is her crap car. David, it didn't occur to you, maybe you should buy her a nicer car. Anyways, you guys are something. People aren't walking around with this, I'm stupid. No. You're stupid that you think that. When you contact me, Charles, we get more. Is that what you want? Seems like it is. What about you, David? Ask Judy Parker when you talk to her tomorrow. So make sure she knows that, again, you offered me BioLi money, and again I said, give back what you took, fix what you broke, and get the fuck out of my life, and I never want to hear from you again. And that you were threatening me with the students you go to school with are telling on you. They're testifying against you. We're going to put you in jail and tell you can sit in jail or you can take the money and lie. But you're going to lie. I'm going to get. Yeah, you and Neil.
You're filming.
I need to make this clear. The one goal is to relieve suffering caused by crime. Trafficking, voyeurism, hacking, coercion, witness tampering, attempted murder, assault and battery, and murder in the first degree of a police officer. And a man who's sitting in jail, he didn't do shit. He was trying to relieve suffering caused by crime. You're causing it. You're a repeat offender. You're the one everybody wants gone. And everybody wants him home with his family. Because he doesn't cause stress and drama and problems and loss and horrify everybody like you do. We can get information in the snap of a finger because of that, Judy. What are you doing today, Judy, to relieve suffering caused by crime? Because me catching the crime is not the crime. Me being pissed off that I'm the victim of crime is not the crime. And I am so sorry that you're about to be embarrassed by another courtroom when that comes out. Don't be factually ignorant. Do your job right or go home. That's what my granddad taught me. You do it better than everybody else. You catch what everybody else misses. You stand out in the crowd. You be extraordinary every day. But you catch the bad guy and you tell the victims you're safe now. He will never hurt you again. We slayed your dragon. He's gone. And they're not going to hurt you anymore. There won't be any more pestering and bothering. There won't be any more. You won't be broke ever again. You're going to have a good life. You're going to have a good life because your job defines you and how you conduct yourself and the morals and the ethics and the values you live by. And sometimes you're tested. You can't be a legend and you can't be extraordinary and you can't stand out in the crowd if there's no adversity. Only through adversity is a hero emerge. And you're either going to be pathetic and you're going to fold and you're going to sell out. Like the guy said, my morals and ethics prohibit me from doing to her what he wants me to do to her. I won't do it. I don't care who says it. I don't care who says it. I'm not doing it. That guy's a hero. That guy's a hero. The guy that said, they want you to pull her over because there's this letter of apology he's going to make her sign. And he said, and she knows about it, yeah? And she's talked about it, yeah? And she said, no, right. She's talked about it a lot. Okay, well, yeah, no, I don't think so. Well, you may not have a choice. Oh, I have a choice. I'm a cop. I'm not putting my name on that bitch and his bad decision, with his diagnosed whack job problem. Find someone else. I'm not a sellout. That guy's a hero. You don't do that to women. You don't do that to women. You don't pull women over and go in and do a raid and get proper ID so you can subjugate. You relieve the suffering caused by the crime. And that's what I'm trying to do, Judy. That's what this is about. Don't be factually ignorant. This guy right here doesn't even make sense. I'm a stalker. I'm taking pictures of you where you are. I'm using your Dasher app to take pictures of you wherever you go. It's hacking. It's a felony. Stalking is a felony. Coercion is a felony. Witness tampering is a felony, Judy. I have knowledge of a proceeding in your courtroom, Judy, because there's police that aren't factually ignorant, and a judge also not factually ignorant, granting investigatory orders for them. Make sure you're not factually ignorant, because I promise you it's going to bite you in the ass later. This guy, she's trying to make a point. Do you like having a camera stuck in your face all the time? And he's not getting it. He goes, oh, I got the pictures of you. That's Mr. Perry. It's the conversation with Mr. Perry, exactly the same. It doesn't even make sense. This is wackadoo.
My father and my fucking sister. How does this make you feel?
The one that put all those scratches on your arm? You want to see the
scratches?
I
got scratches.
I can show you the pictures right now.
No, I want you to leave my family fucking alone.
Keep hanging outside of there.
Hit the road. Dude, I promise you, you're gonna get yours and you're
I
gonna
don't give
get
a fuck. You can bring whoever the fuck you want.
That's okay. You're
You
gonna
can bring
Is
the
that
whole
a
fucking
threat?
army. I don't give a fuck.
This make you feel? You're filming my father and my fucking sister. How does this make you
Is that
feel?
the one that put all those scratches on your arm? You want to see the
Scratches? I got scratches.
I can show you the pictures right now.
No, I want you to leave my family fucking alone.
Keep hanging outside of there.
Hit the road. Dude, I promise you, you're gonna get yours and you're...
So, Sadie, until you see them go to jail, and you can just, we got regular normal customers in who aren't grabby and asshole, and you gotta, give the money to David. Use it to negotiate a better deal for yourself, because you're owed a better deal. You are owed a better deal. And it won't be long, you'll be free, and you can just, whatever you want to do, you live your life like you want to live it. And if you need help, I've had your back in ways you don't even know already. I don't know you. It doesn't matter. I don't know Mike Neely either. I have a job to do. I'm going to do it. And I've gone through shit, and I've sacrificed a whole lot. But I'll tell you what, there's one thing I decided in my mind. I'm going to be like my granddad, and that's all there is to it. That's it. That's my decision. I made it a long time ago. Nothing's changed. You sign up for a certain amount of shit, When you decide I'm going to be extraordinary, I'm going to stand out of the crowd, I'm going to do what nobody else will do, but I'm going to make it stop. I'm making the hurt stop. That's all there is to it. I'm going to do it. And it might kill me. It's fine. It's part of it. I'm going to do it. I'm going to make the heart stop for these other people. For my family, for my kids, for my grandkids. And what that means is I'm going to have a shitstorm in my life. And I have. And you know what I do? I focus on the good. There's always something good. Always good things to think about. And the next step in the process. And how hard can I kick the bitch's ass today? Because he'll give me something to kick him with. He always does. He's stupid. So there's that. But I'm going to make sure that at some point, when this is all over, and they're arrested, and they're gone, and that I can tell the victims, you're safe now. We slayed your dragon. And then now, let's go find the next dragon. Until we die, that's what we do. I'm going to be like my granddad. I'm not going to take your BioLife money. I told you to shove that up your ass, didn't I? I say it once, bitch. One time. You will give it back. You will get out. And I will never hear from you again. And that's that. Period. I say it one time. If you can't get it the first time I say it, too fucking bad. Too fucking bad. I don't have time. Everybody's sick and tired of having to repeat for you. Sick and tired of you. Sick and tired of your problems. Sick and tired of your drama. Sick and tired of all the crap you do. Nobody invited you here. Get the hell out of Oklahoma. Get out of my life. And nobody cares what you think. And I don't know what the hell you're going to do in jail when they won't let you take your doll. Golly, who the fuck has a... What kind of grown-ass men play with a doll?
That's okay. I don't care.
Leave me alone.
All you want.
I don't want proof of this. Please leave me alone.
Hey, men, leave women the fuck alone. When they're in public, when they're doing anything, you don't have the right to their attention. You don't have the right to step into their personal space. You don't have the right to them. Especially if they're making it very clear they don't want to be talked to. But even when they're not, unless a woman is giving you enthusiastic and continuous body language and signs that she wants to talk to your ugly dumb ass, then leave her the fuck alone. Find a date a different way. Okay? It's not clever. It's not cool. It's not cute. It's garbage. It's absolute garbage behavior, and you're a garbage person if you do it. I don't care if it's in public. It doesn't fucking matter. You don't have the right to her, and you need to leave her alone. And this is Bacon.